6.
Can't believe we've done this. Hey everyone! Welcome to another Wildewitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs, and we created our own company. That way we can create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. Gonna throw something at this man.
I'm scared. Shay, hold me.
You're scaring the players, Lachlan. So, today we are...
What is happening?
I don't know.
I want to know.
Today we're playing D&D. This session features the Burning Veil storyline. It is set in our very own Velenar campaign setting. It's a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition, where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table, we have several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us as well. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, who brings all of our background music and sound effects. You can find, it's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. Now, let us turn and meet our courageous, daring heroes who have, just lost one of their own. And we'll begin with an introduction for Freestyle.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I play Frista. She is an Eladrin blood hunter who embodies a cold complexion and icy resilience, with magical powers from her mysterious, fathomless patron.
There's gonna be more stuff about that in the future, and I'm excited. It's gonna be great.
No.
Next up for our introductions, let's learn about Tala.
Hi, I'm Rudy and I play Tala, who is a total druid and cleric mix. She grew up in a faraway woodlands as a hermit, but she's now in this big city and she's meeting all these new people, making friends, which is really great. Except we're on an island and somebody got kidnapped. Not good at all.
It is interesting, to say the least. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn a little bit about Andy?
Hi, Andy! Oh my god. Back? Talking to me? Okay. Hi, I'm Lexi. I play Andy. Andy is a Lightfoot halfling bard, just over 3 feet tall. Oh, and wizard. So I guess she's a ward or something. Anyway, she has some brother problems with her brother Beck. But otherwise she loves food and playing a good song. And and she has a bat familiar on her shoulder, which I guess might be important today, named Perry. Yep, that's Andy. Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. And then last but not least, let us get a introduction for Ray.
Hi, my name's Ray. Also, IRL name is Anna. It's nice to meet y'all.
Well then, I believe then it is now time to dive back into our story. And we pick up with the it's supposed to have rain here. There we go. We pick up with the fact that you have made it to the Banishing Isle. And you were coming here in search of Raladin Zephyriel, a professor who is specialized in the proximal veils. His information and expertise may be able to help your situation of these marks that you got during the Skyfire crisis, as well as may be able to assist in the salvation key that Ansel was studying. However, it seems that not all has gone well on your travels. You were able to convince your captain to wait for you in the hidden cove. And the three, Frista, Tala, and Andy, made quick friends with Ray, a tiefling wizard who had been sent to the Banishing Isle for reasons. Whether or not they are meant to be here, that will reveal itself in time. But you were spotted. Ray was quick to alert you that it was likely of Harrow and Ruin, the largest gang on this island, and definitely the most powerful one. And then you did battle. You defeated those that had come up to strike you. Good Thumb and his small band. However, it seemed that that was a ruse. Something to keep you distracted. And it seems another group of Harrow and Ruin came up and nabbed one of your own. As you spotted Ansel being dragged off into the woods. While there were many archers trained on your group to keep you at bay, with some quick thinking, Frista, you were able to mark one. And with a brand, have a general idea of where they've gone. Or at least in what direction. And that is where we will begin our story. As you stand there, as the Harrow and Ruin keep you at arrow point as they drop backwards further into the wooded areas, and as this rain that has been assaulting you turns fully to the storm ahead.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
What or who is Gush Rarak? Rarak?
He, Gosharak, as Ray
Gush
could tell you, and I think has mentioned, is the head of Harrow and Ruin. He's
Okay.
the leader.
I think I remember Ray explaining a couple things about the gang,
Yeah.
but not like, actually saying it. But
Yeah.
they did explain it.
So, it is now a heavy downpour overhead of you, and you perhaps might want to find some shelter.
Is just going to start marching in the direction of where Angel was taken.
Atala walks up, runs up, gets up next to Frista. Frista. Do we have a plan?
Yes, we're going to go get Ansel back, right?
Yes, but you know how there were a lot and we were few? Do we need a
Mm-hmm.
plan?
The plan is get Ansel back.
Okay. Well, that's the goal.
It's a beautiful plan.
Need a plan to get to achieve the goal.
Well, the last time we had a plan, I'm pretty sure that I got caught outside of the
That's right.
building by guards while invisible. So I don't
Mhm.
really like plans anymore.
Okay. So are we just gonna march in there?
Do we stay at the back? Invisible?
If I could, I don't remember much of my past life. Renan speaks up. But I do remember being part of many fights. I think, as much as Friesta, you may not enjoy a plan, it would be in our best interest to have some semblance.
Yeah, get a basic layout, right? Before we go in. Maybe there's a second door.
Scouting
Yes.
could work, but having perhaps an understanding of who has what capabilities, as Renan will look over towards Ray, and would be best in what positions. Just all of us going in guns blazing could lead to a all of us expending and being exhausted before we even reach him.
Yeah, Ray, what, did you tell us what you could do? I saw you punching and knifing folks.
I can do a little wizardry, I suppose.
Oh? Was it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Where'd
what?
you learn wizardry?
With my mentor at some point.
Yes. Oh, okay. Someone.
If
Vague.
So, Freesta,
Mhm.
what if we take a moment and then we ask Ray here what kind of setup that they have, so we can maybe go into a different way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know of that information, Ray?
I I don't know of any exact things. I just kind of I go in. I don't really look at the layout sometimes. It's very dark sometimes here.
And we also have Perry, or I can even change into something so we can go find out where Ansel is, and you know.
Ray, are there bats in the, I'm assuming it's caves where they took them. Is that what we're understanding?
No, they took him into wood. You don't know if there's caves or not beyond those woods. But you are in an area as that is slick with all sorts of cliff tops, and you really don't know the layout all too well. The best of you would be Ray. It might be dangerous as this storm is going on for falling, sliding, and getting even more lost.
And what time of the day was it? Is it in the afternoon?
It's sometime in the afternoon. There was light, but it has been overcast and cloudy,
Right.
and now the storm has come to a full downpour instead of just rain.
Right. So again,
maybe.
I go ahead.
Yeah. Go with Tala. It won't do us
So
any
I
good
think
if we fall and break our necks. So.
right,
Yeah.
and I think Tala is like her number one concern right now is to uh convince Freestyle not to go charging in. But not in a hey, you can't do this kind of way, but just like, I understand you're upset. I would be too.
You would be. Are you not upset?
I am very upset. But I would rather us like come up with I would rather us know more, have more information before we charging in there and either getting captured like Ansel is or something worse.
What's worse?
Dying.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Yes, sure. Plan.
Okay.
What are we thinking? Need
Well, no,
information.
we need information. So why don't we first see if we can find somewhere where we can talk and look for cover.
We can talk here.
I think
It's
it's like
kind of
raining and hailing and windy and
Yes.
stuff.
I think it does great for the aesthetic.
Andy gives you a look.
Right. We'll find somewhere. Sorry.
So,
So can we look around?
Why don't we get a survival check to see if you can spot anywhere that would be
Oh,
suitable?
it's been so long since I
Oh,
rolled,
boy.
and I rolled secondly.
Ooh, natural
Where's this?
20.
Oh,
Yeah,
Look at
Brista.
that, Frista. And you didn't want to do any of this planning stuff.
I'm very focused on finding my man.
While Tala, you're just, again, focused on keeping Frista from running off, the rest of you, Frista, Andy, Ray, spot, sort of, not quite straight away, like, down the area, but there is, across the area, the island, portion that you stand on, a little past the wood, there is what looks to be a cave that sort of descends down closer to the ground. It does move away from the cove, that could provide cover from the rain, as well as have a bit of a look to understand what's going on in this area in case there would be anyone coming to attack or investigate. You'd have a visual before they probably got too close that you could utilize while you make this plan.
Yeah, okay.
I follow.
So,
Uh-huh.
as you are making your way to this cave, as you trek across the grounds, can I have perception checks?
You're gonna say Dex
I
saves.
kind of forgot. Wait.
There goes the luck.
Perception, you said?
Perception, that is correct.
Alright. I think I don't know.
Tala, Andy.
Wait.
As you are making your way towards this cave, you notice something just out of the corner of your eyes. You're sure you saw something move.
Uh-oh.
You're not terribly far from the cave, maybe about 20 feet from the cave mouth when this happens. But all you see around here are just, shrubs and grasses, some rocks. The normal stuff that you've seen on this island so far.
I kind of, as we're walking, mention it. I'm like, feel like I see some movement that is not by wind, so we should be a little careful as we walk. Faye, why are you smiling like that? Are you about to attack us? We're about to have a fight after 2 weeks break.
What?
Are you? All I told you is
No.
that there was movement. What you do with that information is up to you.
Well, I
Fireball.
share that information so we don't get surprised.
Can Andy go a step a few feet closer and just like using? Oh wait, can I use Perry's senses of blind sight and see if I can sense anything?
So sending Perry out, who does a little bit of it.
No. So I'm just walking, and he'll just be on my shoulder.
So you're getting closer to the thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. With the small screech, for the echolocation, Perry just relays to you. It's dense foliage, rocks, grasses. There's nothing, like everything that he's picking up on is things that you were seeing before.
I'll say that to my companions. Perry doesn't see anything.
Would Andy like to
okay.
investigate further since you're over here?
While I'm here, sure. Is there any evidence of like
Roll an investigation check.
other? Yeah. Okay. Great. So good at these. That's an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, just strange bushes and grasses. You know, not things that you're common to seeing at home or now in Winterville where you've been staying. Just
Cool. I'll turn around and just kind of shrug and go, well, I would have made new friends and try and walk back towards my companions.
all right. Does anyone else do anything outside, or do you head into the cave?
Can I just have like a small stone? It's where Andy walked over to investigate.
Yeah. For shits and giggles, give me a improvised weapon attack.
Dexterity based?
Dexterity based, yep.
It is a 21.
Ooh.
Great. Can you roll me a d4?
Oh. I cannot. I have decided to revoke my decision of stone throwing. That's a 2.
All right. You hear there is a thud, and it definitely sounds like the rock has hit something. And let me just check something here real quick.
Please don't let it be a bunny.
Oh, if I throw a stone at the bunny, I'm going to quit the campaign.
No, it's actually a squirrel named Timber.
Oh
Oh,
That's a joke. I'm sorry.
Thank God.
no! I get it. And I'm like, you're such a bitch.
I know. I'm horrible. I know.
Love that for you.
And as there is that thud of this rock hitting something, there is an exhale of breath, like someone had been holding it, and then just, it's like that little oof, getting hit.
Do we all hear this, or
Friesta definitely did. Ray would not. Andy would hear it, and so would Tala.
I'll just start heading over, just looking at my companions if they also heard what I heard.
Yeah. I'll like kind of nod and follow Krista. It's like,
I'll just shrug.
Friesta, would you like to make an investigation roll?
I'd love to.
Go for
do
it.
better than an 8.
Do worse than an 8.
Well, I don't know what answer I want from this, but would Hunter's Bane apply?
No.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's both good and bad. Oh, 19.
19. As you're looking around, you would notice that one of the shrubs here, almost seems to be humanoid shaped. It seems to have, like, limbs, like a figure kind of laying on the ground. Um,
Andrew Hill Robinson.
and
Danger.
and you would actually notice in between, like, there, in between the sort of branches of the shrubs here, are hands, fingers.
Oh my.
And I give the shrub a high five.
You can offer the high five to the shrub.
I'm going to offer my hand out quick for a handshake and just go, hello.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm great at those.
Persuade the
That is a 4.
The hand is extended, the hello is left, and for a moment you think that you might be mistaken about what you've seen, and then you hear a voice. How did I know you weren't the one that threw the rock at me?
Oh no, I was the one that threw the rock at you.
Then why would I grab your hand?
You know, just as a sign of welcoming. You're being creepy in a bush, I don't know.
I'm
Like, how
trying
to-
to keep myself safe in a bush.
Yeah, well, it's not really working if, you know, a stone throw makes you sigh loudly and then we know where you are. So you're not safe anymore. Cover's been blown. Come out and shake my hand.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
12.
If I must, and he'll hold his hand out, take yours, pull himself up first, and try and, like, settle some of the... You can now see, like, the shrubs kind of overcome as, like, a bit of a, crafted camouflage, almost like a ghillie suit, before he shakes your hand. Well, I guess if we're being polite, I am a, professor rather than Zephyr.
Oh, I was gonna ask that.
Professor. Oh,
Uh,
that's great.
Please,
Hello.
though, call me Valadin. If you refer to me as anything but, it's way too academic. You know, for more formalities, I understand, but I don't care for it. And it's like you're trying to drape everything in dainty fabric, and all I wanted was a mug of coffee. But that's neither here nor there. You were introducing yourself? And by the way, he's like still shaking your hand as he's saying all of this.
Well, I'm going to continue shaking his hand because I now see it as a competition. And I will continue to shake his hand. Hello, I'm Freesta. I look to my companion, still shaking his hand.
Andy will give a kind of, she's like shocked, but then she'll come and give like a very nice bow given the storm that's around us. All 3 feet of her will give a bow and she'll go, I am Andy Quickfoot of the family of Quickfoot drummers up on the West Hill. Best drummers around. You might have heard of us. And then kind of realize who she's talking to. Go, never mind.
My name is Tala, and Professor Lapointe sent us. We're here looking for you.
Emmeline, she is a right friend, is she not? It's all still, at this point, probably going to try and shake Freesta's hand off.
Is it a grapple check? You continue to shake the hand.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say make this contested.
Cool. Is it it be athletics?
Yeah,
For
you're
me?
athletics.
I'm the one. Cool. That's a 2.
He also got a 2.
It's a tie.
Police!
Rolly.
Well, he has a no modifier, which is better than your -1.
Well, I'm
Oh my
gonna
God.
use
Oh,
advantage on Twitch points. I'm
Wait,
shit.
so
It's a
which
9.
professor does Ray know? I'm very lost.
You would have heard
Yes.
of Zephyriel, but this was not your mentor, but
Okay.
you've known of him. But, okay, so, with the advantage, though technically because you already knew the result, it wouldn't have gone through, you're able to continue holding his hand and shaking it, as he's trying to, like, now he's, like, moving his entire arm, trying to, like, just shake you off. Um, can I have my hand back?
Oh, right, sure.
Thank you.
I won this battle. What?
Narrows his eyes as if he's, like, taking notes of something.
Step back a little bit.
So, why don't we get out of this rain? You were heading into that cave there, correct?
yes.
Maybe.
Let us be on our way. And he'll just walk. And as he's doing so, he's, like, moving, like, taking the, extended, portions of his costume off.
Can we see? I mean, human, elf.
As he removes the more and more, you would actually be able to see. He is of elven nature. You can't quite discern which heritage, which lineage, sun, moon, wood, under all the sort of like caked on makeup and dirt. But definitely an elf.
How far is the cave? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
You were 20 feet away when you found
Okay.
Zephyriel, as I said.
Okay. As soon as we get in, I'm assuming it's dark in there.
It is.
I would like to cast light on my shield. And that gives me 20 feet of light, please. Bright light.
Alright, you see all the little creepy crawlies, like all the centipedes and spiders getting away from the light.
Mm.
That's fantabulous.
But
Is it large enough for all of us?
Yeah.
How large is that? I'm sorry.
It's a fairly decent sized cave. Not like large enough for like total explorations, but everyone can sit in there with comfort.
Okay.
Probably even get a small fire going if you wanted to.
Is there like stuff that will catch on fire if we wanted to get a fire going?
There's twigs and stuff from outside, but they're wet.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think. Well, anyhow.
Ooh,
Relid?
I can create a bonfire. I'll just kind of like, if I see Tala getting a fire together, I'll just kind of go whoosh.
Step back going.
Oh, well, that
Isn't
there
that fun?
is, I wouldn't say fun, but very, what's the word? Practical is what I would say.
Thematic is another word. Mm-hmm.
Nerd.
So Reladon, we would like to ask you lots of questions. We have lots of questions, but one of our companion was taken by the Harrow and Ruin. It is imperative that we get him back. Do you know about them?
Well, of course I've known about them. I've been here since, well, it's been hard to quite count without a calendar, but, well, I've been enjoying the peace and the quiet. But yes, no, Harrow and Ruin. I've known to avoid them, but I also know that they keep the best stock, so.
So have you been inside their camp?
Well, I know this island top to bottom. I know all the ways to the main camp of Harrow and Ruin. They've got all the good fishing spots, and It's hardly criminal to steal food from condemned murderers, is it?
No, this is good. It can help us get the lay of the land. Oh, wait. Does that mean that do you know each other? And I turn to Ray and Reladon.
Um,
I'm
I,
never seen your face. Not to say that that is a bad thing, but I have kept on my own. It's safer for me that way.
Excuse me, why are you here?
Oh, I needed to get away from the school, enjoy a bit of a sabbatical, but well, I thought I might as well fake my death, as if they knew I was still alive. I'd have been sent papers to grade and all sorts of
Andy
bureaucracies.
Insight
will cut
check.
him off and go, bullshit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll an insight check.
You are running.
Um,
Oh, nat 20.
Okay. Both of you, Tala and Andy, know that there's probably more to it. This isn't so much a lie, but it is like the very baseline of an excuse.
Yeah. No, Andy will call him out.
He turns to you, Andy. A bit of a look on his face. So more akin to shock rather than surprise.
Yeah, I can be uncouth when I want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she'll kind of recover and she'll go, okay, not to
No,
call you a
it
liar
was.
exactly, but
I
we know.
I
We fought the folks who tried to kill you many times.
appreciate the. It was a bit unexpected, I'd say, but I'm usually in the company of those who mince words and beat around bushes, so to say, so a bit thrown off, but appreciated nonetheless. You're right. I was running. There was a threat from those Order of Fate's design, and when there's a spectrum of effective hiding places, and this was well beyond what was necessary. But I was in quite the panic, and I had a smuggler on hand. I knew those self-righteous scroll burners would follow me here, but you see, now I'm, after being here for so long, starting to understand that, well, I would like to be off this island.
Same. But after we get our friend back.
You did mention that you were missing someone.
Yeah. If we still wait, could you like where do we sense that Ansel is? What do you
Lisa
sense?
just points in the direction of where they are. Is that the direction of where the Tarawan Ruin camp is?
Yes, that is in that general direction. It's one of the routes that you could get to that area, but it's a bit further beyond. Not quite on the beach, but a little off of it. That way they've got some defensive capabilities. Like I said, I know all the routes to get into this area.
That's fantastic. Tala turns to Andy. Andy, do you have not expensive paper pen?
Yes, I do, because I couldn't turn Lorcan's notebook into a magic notebook. So I have Lorcan's notebook.
Okay.
I pull it out.
Can you give that
Yeah.
to Reladon, and if you could draw the layout of the camp, and if there happens to be a prisoner where they're most likely be kept, and Ray, if you could help out the professor with that, and once we have a general idea, can you send Harry in to see if they're indeed that's where they are, and then we can go and find our friend. Yes, and I keep on glancing over at Freesta to see how how she is in general.
Ray nods in agreement to help.
If I'm doing this for you, what do I get in return?
Your life?
We get you out off the island.
Andy,
Okay,
roll an
that's
intimidation. Tala, roll
Oh.
persuasion.
That's a
it
16.
I said Tala, roll persuasion.
Oh, persuasion.
Yeah, because
Well, it's the same modifier.
Because Andy was the one that was like your life.
Oh, and I'm like, get off the island? Yeah, I rolled it. That's a 2. Yeah, I have no modifiers.
Well, I would prefer not to be just threatened into compliance.
I mean, it was less a threat, more haste, and also, if we can find you, other people can find you who are not going to be as nice.
Well, I've
So-
made it this long, haven't I not?
Do you even remember how long it is?
Do you know how long it has been since your capture?
Not exactly.
My
Oh.
point stands.
My point also stands.
Professor, I mean, Reladon, apologies.
You're quite
We are
frazzled, I
under-
know. It takes some time getting used to being incarcerated. But
Okay, so first of all, we're not here as prisoners. Sorry if we gave you that impression. We came looking for you, actually, and we have a ship nearby. So we offer you a way off this island. The reason why we may seem tense is because of our friend, and I don't know if you saw, but we got attacked. Andy actually has been very eager to speak with you, so please don't take offense. But we really do need our friend back. And if you could help us, we would love for you to come with us, as you also have another group besides the Order of the Curtains, I mean, Fate's Designs, that are looking for you.
and who would this other group be? Because if I've got more than one figure, I might have to decide on where I need to move for my hiding next.
Well, the other group, I don't know if they mean you harm. They may be after the same information as what we are after. But
Remember
they
the
seem to
Salvation
be.
Key?
Yes, that.
What was that?
Do you remember the Salvation Key? Andy will say.
As soon as he says that, he, like, almost scoffs. You fools, if you think it will work. Look, I will tell you the same thing that I told Teleros. No mortal can build an apparatus without resorting to obscenely expensive and dangerous containment requirements. If you're not working for the king, I don't want to be involved. And if you are, it'll take me an hour to convince the king to abandon the whole thing.
Priest is going to pull out a shard of the shadow glass that she got. Just have it in her hand, see if he has any reaction.
There doesn't seem to be much, what is that, your casting focus?
Could be. It's a part of the salvation key. Interesting.
He does seem sort of taken aback. Give me a persuasion check.
Not good at those. How's an 8?
Oh man.
If that's a part of your salvation key, and he does, air quotes around it, then, well, it's quite paltry. Would never work, as I, again, told Valeros.
Is there? Oh, Andy would like to. Oh, do I have silent image? Yes. I would like to create a 15-foot cube image of, if the space allows it in the cave, to like what we saw when we fought was it Big Sig had the salvation key? And like that whole image of like the salvation key and him um shooting things at us or whatever he was doing.
Yeah. Um,
Uh, Skyfall before that.
yeah. There is horror on his face as he watches these. So there's horror that you see on him as you just create these visual descriptions of the events that happened. Um, and then
Yeah.
anyone who would like to roll for me an insight check here.
Sure.
Bad for me.
12. Oh, good job, Ray.
Ray and Tala. Tala you would know for sure that your attempts here are understanding the salvation key, not quite so much building it. You may be able to use that angle because it seems that he is against the creation of this thing. You might be able to convince him to aid you easier if you admit that you're on the same page. That this isn't a creation attempt, but understanding, maybe even prevention from it getting even worse. You might be able to get some sort of leverage or advantage by showing him the veil burned marks that you bear. Ray, you would be able to see that he is, again, horrified at this, and you might be able to jump onto it and get his cooperation and you don't know about where the others in the group stand on this, but if you kind of align yourself in his sort of understanding of the situation that this is bad and you can help prevent it from getting worse if he shares that information with you.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do our part of that as eloquently as you had pointed out, and then show him my left hand mark?
Sure. Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Fantastic! It's a 10.
Oh, God.
Ray, are you doing anything?
Um, should I also do a persuasion check? Like,
If you
try
would
to
like to.
ask him, like, why he thinks, like, a little more about why he thinks it's bad, maybe?
If you
Like,
would
if
like
there's anything else.
to, if you would like to roll a persuasion check to see if you can get him to reconsider,
Mm-hmm.
where he is standing, at least in your group,
Yeah.
go for it.
Oh, God.
Well, with what he has seen, the DC has been lowered. The two of you seem to have got him onto your side, at least for now. As he takes up the notebook and ink that has been offered from Andy. For assistance in providing information for your friend and a trip back to the mainland, I will assistance in the knowledge to get your friend, as well as knowledge on the salvation key, if you are truly against its creation. Second creation, as he looks back to that silent image.
I'll cut it off. Yeah.
I will ask for a trip back to the mainland. And then, well, from there we'll see who these figures coming after me are and decide where I need to go to lie low.
Right. Thank you, Professor. I mean, for us, more information we have, more better understanding we have, will also help us make our decisions as well. Because, me personally, I have no desire to create this thing, but I would like to learn more about the Skyfall and how all of this kind of ties together, and hopefully get rid of our marks if it's life-threatening. But for me, priority is getting our friend back. And I look over at Freestyle again. What does Freestyle look like right now?
Probably surprisingly calm.
Okay. Well, I have a question. Was Tala there when... Does Tala know that Freestyle is freaking out over Ansel because she likes Ansel?
I don't think anyone knows.
Okay.
I think.
Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to think. It was Loken that was saying about the.
Yeah,
Andy was
Ansel
there.
liking
Only
you,
Andy
right?
was there. Yes, only Andy was there.
Okay, I don't know anything. I'm just thinking we need to get our friend back and just know your reaction was to go get, and I'm just want to make sure that you don't go off on your own. And I think I'm kind of surprised at the... Am I surprised at the intensity?
Roll a die, see if you're surprised.
Yeah, no. She doesn't understand. Okay.
For you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy will
Do
agree
not-
with Tala as
Yeah,
well.
go ahead.
Yeah, Andy will just like, as Tala was saying, like the priorities to get Ansel back, Andy will like, yeah, like nod really strongly and yeah. Anyway.
So, I mean, if Shay really wanted to stick, they're all around. Zephyriel was covered in them. Sorry, I was just seeing Twitch chat for a moment.
Yeah.
But, as, Raladin will finish up the map. The storm begins to fade. Just back to a bit of a gentle rain. As the ink dries, you have a generalized map. He's not the best artist or cartographer. And wow, that must suck for Tala. Dismiss Matt.
I make sure to be away from Tyler then cast it.
This is where we're going to take our first ad break. So, stick around with us. We'll be right back to continue our story now that our troop has a map that will lead to the Harrow and Ruin camp. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run, as are a huge part of how we keep our games affordable here with Wildewitch RP. You can turn down the volume, but please don't mute them, and please don't leave us, or else you won't get credit. You can also always make a direct donation to my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen. Ko-fi donations not only help support us at Wildewitch RP, they also unlock awesome perks for our entire community, benefiting everyone who plays with us for the next month. Perks can include special companions, double treasures, double XP, and even new quests. So, stick with us. We'll be right back. Alright, we are back in action. As you guys waited out most of the storm in this cave with one Raladan Zephril, who, after some talking and convincing to, may be able to assist with some information on the Salvation Key. However, for such information and the information that he has gained on his time at the Banishing Isle, he has asked for assistance in returning to the mainland. So, as he is handing over this map back to Andy, today's her journal. So, should I just wait here, or do you have some area where I'd be able to wait for you? I'm not much of a fighter, as you can tell as he looks over to Freesta.
I couldn't.
Well,
Go to the boat, maybe?
you have a ship.
Yes.
Who
Yes.
has been instructed to wait for us. Yes.
Yes.
How quaint. Where is it?
We will tell you when we're ready to leave.
No, he should probably go now, right? Because we don't want to accidentally.
You could, if you wish to withhold the information, have me dragged about, and in the likelihood of being in danger of getting killed, where I, again, am no fighter. Or I could find myself in safety and wait for you as...
Do you promise not to ditch us?
If the boat
Convince the captain to leave us?
If the boat is under your employ, I'd have to have a great deal of money to either outbuy the captain or find some reason for... sailor types are most loyal. I don't know if you would know whether they are loyal to their captain or loyal to the coin, either which I am neither. As I've been here, away from my home and estate and wealth, for again, I don't remember how long. Not terribly long. It must be a few months, maybe? As he does some
Yeah, I
mental
apologize.
calculations.
That was totally Ridian talking and not Tala. Tala, I think, is going to say, oh, okay. I think probably waiting on the ship is better, right? And I turn to look at my companions. Andy, Vista, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I was muted. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And we give him the information.
Oh, I know exactly where that cove is. I came in there myself.
Yes, it's the same captain that brought you here.
Oh, Tanton, such a lovely and understanding figure. I'm sure I'll find some conversation there waiting for me.
Lovely. Okay. Well, shall we get going? What time of day is it?
So it was about midday when you arrived. We'll say it's probably about mid-afternoon now after the storm and the fighting. So it's starting to get a little bit later in the day, but the clouds are starting to break. Not fully. There's still some, again, rain that's coming down, but there are areas where sunlight peeks through and creates a bit more light, but you don't know that that will be lasting all too much longer.
Okay, should we looking to Freestone Tower, like, so we should head out? Go get our friend.
Yes, I think looking at the map, and I turn to Ray and Merladon. Where do you have a best guess of where they would be keeping a prisoner?
Oh, no, I've never really known them to keep prisoners.
And how far are they from where we are?
Well, I've included a key, and he'll point it out on a map. Sorry, it's not quite so exact. I don't have any sort of practice with cartography or tools, but you are maybe a mile or so away.
Okay.
Not a terribly far walk.
Good. And then once we get close enough, we can send Perry in to see where they're
Sure.
holding him. Yes? Okay.
I'll give a look to Perry. Sound good?
Harry looks back, yawns. I mean, I can, if we must, but it's so cozy right here.
Okay, I'll just kind of nod and look back at Tala and go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, because we don't hear him talking, correct?
No,
It's just Andy.
It's
Okay.
telepathic, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we start going. So just remind me, it's the four of us plus Renan,
With Renan.
and then who else? Is it just the five of us?
Yeah, you had it,
Yeah.
Ansel, but
Oh right.
Thank you.
Got captured.
Thank you.
Okay.
How could you
Okay.
forget?
Well, not my lover. We go.
Okay, let's just keep going.
so you keep going. As your group heads out, I'm gonna ask for a survival check from the group.
So good at those.
Does Hunter's Bane apply?
No.
Damn it.
Oh my god. You're very
Uh,
preoccupied, aren't you, Fisa?
Risa, what's going through your mind?
I want Ansel back. I know I'm mean to him all the time, but I do actually care about him, and now that he's gone, it doesn't feel right.
Question. Does Freesta, I mean, not that I would know. So Radiant is asking, has the fact that that Ansel has gotten kidnapped, like, bring any strong, like, emotion to the forefront of your thoughts? Like, does Freesta realize that she feels more than just friendship towards Ansel?
She realized that a good 2 sessions ago, and she's decided to ignore it. But now that
Right.
Ansel is gone, she can't ignore it.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
That was like the conversation of like good friends, right? When she was like, "Oh shit."
Oh no.
But it's
I'm too busy to care about people.
uh-huh.
Oh, just wait. Oh shit! I got an idea. I have to write this down.
No,
Don't write
don't
things
write it
down! Get your notebook out of sight!
Keep writing
It's a
it.
sticky note. Thank you very much.
Get your sticky note out of sight! Make a paper airplane and throw it at Locke.
He deserves it.
He does.
A long note. Uh-oh.
Been silent for too long. What are you writing on? How big is that sticky note?
It's just that standard size
Very big.
sticky note, but I had to write it down because it deals with background stuff. So
Faye's doing that thing where you write super small because your professor let you have notes during the quiz.
Oh, the best way to do that is like to print it into like very like in the finest detail, like where you can just barely read it, and then have it
Magnifying glass.
with the two colors. So like you double print over it, the one red, the one blue, and you get those old
Yeah.
3D
Oh,
glasses.
my
Yes.
Um, you got it, gnomes. We will. So, as you guys are moving through, so Frista, did you ever tell me what was on your mind? Just
Oh, I did. It was just a lot of grumbling. Well,
lot
it
of.
was. Ansel's gone, and I feel bad.
That's right. That's right. Um, Andy, what's going on your mind?
This is feeling oddly familiar, going to look for people. It seems like we do this a lot. And Andy in particular, like that's why she left her home, was to go look for her brother. And so she's going, oh, not again. But this time, like, it might be a little bit easier, but it's still a little bit, yeah, it's hard to go looking for someone who left.
Well, at least Andy, you have um, the comfort that Ansel didn't run off to not be found in this situation.
Right.
So it might be a little easier to
Right,
find him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gnomes is gonna tell you. Uh, sorry, Rudian's trying to get information. He does know, by the way.
What? Wait, wait.
Uh-huh.
Hold on.
Oh, don't you? Haven't you figured? They've been, sharing information back and forth.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
so
I don't like it.
that's great.
yeah, no.
I need another DM to bounce ideas off of.
Mhm.
So, as you guys are moving, Tala and Ray, with your understanding of the terrain, just from your experience, it's a little bit more helpful with the map, just because you kind of have like a visual representation of like, oh yeah, that's in my mind, but now it's here as well. And then Tala, you grew up in wooded areas, and while map reading the isn't something that you are used to, so to say, it's not something that that you've not had any experience with. So as you all are getting closer and closer to where the tree line begins to break, and where the camp is supposed to be, can I have everyone make for me either a insight or intelligence check?
Um,
A 26.
Krista, what's going on through your mind?
I want Ansel back. I miss him.
I love it. Tala, Andy, Ray, you each kind of have your own little light bulb moment. As soon as you get Ansel back, depending on how it goes at Harrow and Ruin, you may have a trail on you. And it's not exactly a quick process of getting a boat off of the docks. You'll have to find some way to signal the boat that you are ready to go. Andy, of course, with a 26 and your spell list, would know that ascending could do the job easily enough, timed right.
Yeah.
That is a thought that comes to your mind.
Yeah, I'll mention the possibility, or the suggestion, I guess, to Freesta, I guess, is the one I needed.
You say it aloud for everyone to know, but it is for Risa.
Right, yeah.
And as we, oh God, do I do it? Do I do it? I think I'm gonna do it. We are still far as Tala knows. We're still far away from where we need to be, right at the camp.
You're getting closer. You're not quite there yet, but the tree line is starting to thin out.
Okay. And I think if whoever's going the first, am I the one with the highest survival? Yeah. Okay. So maybe I'm leading the pack, and I don't know how far back Andy is, but I think Tala's just gonna bring the ring up and go, "Hey, Andy, ring up message."
Wait, and Andy's gonna like hold up her hand and like run on her little legs up to Tala and go, Tala. Not
Yes.
like not using the ring. Ansel had one on, so they can hear us.
Oh, right. Okay.
Just saying.
Oh, does this mean we can actually talk to Ansel when we get close enough, or you think that's a bad idea?
I don't know. I think it might be a bad idea.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you guys would
But-
know that with the way that the message spell works, anyone who has the ring on can, of course, hear the message. But the thing is that it still is the message spell. So if Ansel responded, if someone caught him, they'd be able to see that he was talking and might be able to.
Is it also like a speaker where other
No.
people can hear it?
No.
Okay. It's just
Anyone that's wearing the ring can hear it. It's like a walkie-talkie, but magical. So it's
Okay,
a closed
gotcha.
circuit.
okay. Good to know.
But the way that the message spell works is that you are speaking aloud. It's just that only
As a
your
reply.
only your recipient can hear you, typically.
Great.
So
Perfect.
if he speaks in a reply,
Yeah.
it would be seen potentially.
But at least if we're close enough that we can let him know that we're coming. As long as we say, please do not reply to this message.
Sure, if you want to say it that way.
Well, if he's been
Okay.
captured, people might have taken any magic items from him if someone else
That
was wearing
is
it.
just mean. Okay. That is very true.
I mean, yeah, it's just ways to think about, you know? Might have had something shiny that someone else was like, oh, that's mine now.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray,
Yes.
do you know about how many people are in that game?
Um, not exactly, no, but there might be a good bunch of people.
Bunch of people, as in like 20 or 50?
Does Ray know exactly like an estimate?
If you had to give a number, it'd probably be closer to 50 rather than 20.
Mhm.
As this is
Yeah.
a large and notable game. It's really, if you're not part of Heroin and Ruin, you're on your own. Any other gangs that are out there are more akin to groups of like 3 to 10 people.
Would Ray be able to share that information?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. Ray would explain like probably a good bunch of this island is Harrow and Ruin. So
Why
like at
didn't
least around 50.
Why didn't you join them?
I wasn't really wanting to be in the gang. It's a little too much even for me.
Even for you? What does that mean?
You know, sometimes I have a little anger issues. I don't want to, you know, be with 50 people and interact with all those people.
Oh,
I
oh,
don't mind a handful, but you know, that's a
Oh.
large crowd.
oh, okay. Then how come you didn't join any other smaller groups?
Because I haven't really interacted with them. Like the main one I do know is Hararun. I would have no idea if anybody's really not a part of them or even
So,
affiliated with them as an allied group. Are there any allied groups?
Not really. The closest to allied groups would be groups that Hera and Ruin like assimilate. Um,
Okay. So they would like kind of control some of the groups.
yeah, so like they'd basically send one of their like groups of thugs, like Good Thumb and his ilk, would go out
Hmm.
and probably rough up a smaller group, get them to pledge allegiance, and then kind of just take them in. So
Okay.
they're very much trying to operate on a monopoly here.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. That's. Hmm.
out of curiosity, nope, that just went right out of my head. Please continue.
I I don't know what else to continue on, honestly. So what should we do from here?
Well, once
When we get like,
yeah,
so go ahead.
no, you go.
When we get within like, is there cover the whole way? I guess the next thing Andy would do was wait until we got within a couple 100 feet or so and see if there's cover up to the entrance. But think about sending Perry in at that point.
Okay. So, as you are making your way to the main camp, it's you see quite large. Cover does not extend all the way there. You've got about a good 50 feet of area between the tree line and what would be the sort of gates around the camp. And you do see that there are people nearby, kind of walking around, either just enduring the day as it is or keeping a guard. And that the camp is sort of sectioned, like that there seems to be a very high point that seems to have its own gated area around. Um,
All right, so it's like out in the open. It's not in a cave or
yeah,
under
no,
trees, really.
it's out in the open, yeah.
Okay. How many people? Like lots of people?
And you give me a perception check.
Oh, joy.
And anyone can roll this, as you'd all kind of be in the same area.
That's a 9.
You definitely see at least 5 people, Andy.
Cool. So a crowd, really.
Ray, you also see at least 5. Okay, Lisa.
Is it at least 5?
There's definitely at least 5. Friesa, with 23, you would know a little bit more. You can see about 10 people. Most of them don't seem to be doing much. Those 5 are just the more active ones that seem to be keeping a guard and doing some patrol work. And with a natural 20, you would notice on that higher part of the campsite, you would see what looks to be some sort of metal cage, a portion of it.
Oh crap!
You don't see if there's anyone inside that is blocked to your view, but with a natural 20, you are able to see that there is a cage in that highest portion.
I'll share the information about the people in the cage.
Oh, I didn't even see those.
They're not
That's
really
good.
doing anything. They'd probably be easy to just, assassinate.
Okay. Uh, So how do we want to do this? I can turn 2 people invisible.
Well, do you want to go send Perry in to make sure that Ansel is one of the people in the cage?
Yeah. How about we do that?
And
while we
also
plan?
get the lay of the land to see if there is a better way to sneak into the camp. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try and put that into bat speech for Perry. Like, okay, Perry, I have a easy task. You just need to like, if you could, and I have like, maybe I can get Tala to give you like some good berries, or maybe there's some mosquitoes around or flies. I'm sure there's lots of flies around here. Anyway, so there's like a good friend over there. I think, and if you could go over and fly around. Maybe like there's some nice flowers or something. I don't know. Um, and just let us know if there's an easy way for us to go in uh, to get the friend who might have flowers.
Oh, the easiest way right now is to just fly over there. As he stretches from where he was curled up.
Oh boy.
But
Yeah.
if you want the next easiest, I'll go and look around.
Awesome. Thanks, pal.
And Perry will
Good luck.
take off and start flying off.
Lovely. Okay.
So while Perry is going and scouting, what are you guys doing?
Gwen?
How
Food?
you said there was? I mean, I definitely pass around a round of good berries.
Yay.
After Perry leaves, he's gonna be so mad.
I'll save some for him.
Yeah. So you said there was like no cover in certain areas. So how close can we get? Would you say that's within 100 feet?
There is 50 feet from the tree line to
Yeah.
the gate of the first area.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
then the other area, this is a large camp. It is not
Right.
like this is what you would see at like a music festival or a Ren fair or a LARPing event. It's big. It's an area to fit at least 50 people, maybe more,
Yes.
of
Okay.
criminals who probably like their space.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you don't want to be packed in with other criminals. That's gotta be insane. And I'm assuming we're like maybe 10 feet back from the edge of the cover.
How far you want to be away?
Yeah. And then Tala's gonna go, okay, I'm gonna send a message over to Ansel. Using my ring of messaging. And I'm gonna say, okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
It might be
Oh,
a
okay.
shiny thing that a criminal would easily want and might put on their finger. And then we might send him a message saying, hey, what about you?
Oh, that is a very good thing. Restart. Interesting.
If I
Okay.
took a prisoner and I saw they had a fancy ring, I'd want to take it.
That is so
Priest-
mean. Okay, so while we get the information from Perry, with 50 people, which seems a lot, what do we want to do? Do we want to go in and say, hey, give our people back? Do we want to sneak
No.
in? Which is gonna definitely be fucked over because,
Sneak in.
sneaking. Okay. Ray,
Yes.
can you handle you were able to handle yourself in a fight. Can you handle yourself in a big fight?
I would hope so. I would believe so.
Okay. Good. And you remember what Ansel looked like, right?
Yeah, does Ray remember?
Yeah. I mean, you would have seen him. He was with the group.
Okay.
Being dragged away. Yeah.
He was with the group.
Yeah, I
when
didn't know how long it was.
Ray has short-term memory loss. Has to roll to see
Yeah.
if he remembers.
It's typical Ray things. Ray doesn't even remember the
And if there
layout.
are people, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
if there are people in the cage, they probably would help us escape, right?
We can't see inside the cage.
If there were.
Um,
Does you guys can actually pick the lock? Yes.
I look at Freesta. Freesta can pick the lock.
I
Right.
try.
Right. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be fun. And then to go in, I can actually turn and look like Good Thumb in case we get found out.
Oh boy.
I'm not. As we're sneaking in, I'm gonna look like Good Thumb just in case. But I'm gonna, make it look like I'm hurt.
You think you can act that well, Tala? Andy will
No, no,
say
no.
with like,
If when I'm gonna look like it, so I'll be covered with blood, Good Thumb. Obviously, I'm not gonna sound like Good Thumb, so I'm just gonna kind of moan.
Andy's gonna give you a look like, and like try and say as nicely as possible. Andy, Tala, I've seen your acting skills.
Oh,
Yes.
damn.
oh dear.
Oofed. I can't look.
But I think this is a good plan. And Andy will kind of have a thought and go, okay, the way this worked out last time was we kind of split up, right? And then one group made a big ruckus. She won't be looking at Freesta. And it actually worked out because then the other group, she's going to try and not be self-conscious, was able to do the thing that we needed to do. So I think perhaps we should do the same thing here. So I guess we'll do a group of 2 and a group of 3. And the goal will be when one of our groups gets discovered, because it will, you just keep making a big ruckus, and then the other group can do the go and get Ansel. And then we meet back at the boat.
I like
Right.
that idea. What if we put
Okay.
all of our resources into one group, focus on being stealthy, and then a group that I'd happily be a part of makes a ruckus on purpose? I
Sure.
get into
Yeah.
that cage, I face step out, I pick the lock, and everyone's fine.
Okay, so I can turn
Wait.
you invisible, which I think is necessary.
Oh, if I'm causing a ruckus on purpose, then I should probably be visible.
Oh. Sorry, you said that and I totally didn't hear it. Yes, okay.
No, I
I
mean,
got you.
if
Never
you're
mind.
gonna sneak in to pick the lock, shouldn't you be the sneaky group?
Well, no, if I can get close to the cage on purpose, aka them wanting to throw me in it, I can just teleport outside of it. Once
Oh.
the
Oh, so you want to get caught?
yes,
Wait,
I'm
Yeah.
causing
Tala,
a
you could
ruckus.
help with this. Tala, you could help with this. You could pretend to be Good Thumb and take her in.
And I bring her in.
Yeah, and then even if they discover you, they'll just put both of you in and
Here's
still
the
the
recipe for
effect will be the
disaster.
same.
That is brilliant.
I love
Okay,
it.
let's do that.
Okay, so you two
And
do
doesn't
that.
one of you guys have a disguise kit too, in case?
Freesta
do.
does. But I don't think we have time. Doesn't that take an hour?
Okay,
It
no problem.
takes a while.
Okay, so
Okay, so you
won't do
guys
that.
do
Okay.
that. I don't know if Anak or Ray want to do that as well. I don't know which one of you is more sneaky. Andy's gonna kind of look at, yeah.
I'm not sneaky.
Ray, can you do like make yourself like not seeable?
Let me check. I don't think so.
So you don't have like polymorph or like changing your thing to like animals or like making yourself invisible. Okay, no problem.
Okay, so then maybe Anak comes with me, and I'll turn Anak invisible, and Tala acting as good, then we'll take 2 prisoners, and we'll just roll with it and meet back at the boat if crap hits the fan.
Yeah, these guys probably hate me. They'll probably happily take me.
Perfect. As long as you can get out of it.
I can get everyone out of it. So who's on Team
Okay.
Ruckus? Is it
Okay, I have a
me, Ray,
question.
and Tala?
Team Ruckus.
Team
Right.
Ruckus.
Question
Yes.
that I
Yes,
have
sounds like it.
is probably Freesta shouldn't have her bow and arrows because that will get confiscated, right?
Well, if we see it get confiscated, then we know what confiscated items are in case they took Ansel's stuff.
Okay. Unless they take it and just walk away with it, but okay.
We can always just
Oh.
steal some of their stuff.
Take it just in case. I'm going to just try and hide a dagger. It's like at the back of my boot. Of my new Uggs.
Happy Cinnies.
My happy cities.
I'm going to take out my rope and then tie, make it a pretend tie, and to bind their hands, but it's a fake one, so that you guys can easily get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll me a
And
survival check on that knot tying to make sure it is actually easy to get out of?
yes, that's 26.
Okay, it is actually easy to get out of. You can feel where
Okay.
it's loose, but it looks fine.
Okay. And has Perry come back yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
He's still scouting. It's a big camp. He's looking over.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any other conversations that happen in the woods?
Andy will not do ascending to full mode right now. She'll wait.
Sounds good.
Um,
Wait until you're back on
Um,
this ship and find someplace, right?
wait until I don't have need of all of my spell slots. I will actually use my pearl to get back my 3rd level spell slot. I think I did something in the last fight that used my 3rd level, so I'll go ahead
Can
and
I?
whisper something. Anyway, that's it. Mhm.
Can I also cast Vigilant Blessing on Frista?
Sure.
That will give you advantage on the next initiative roll.
So, as you make these preparations, Andy, you see a small flying creature come back to you. As Perry settles
Hey.
down,
Give him a good berry. A few.
he happily munches on them, and as he's munching, he doesn't really make much more sounds than just, "Oh, this is good, yummy." Oh,
Not patiently waiting. Yep, they're great.
just goes in on the second one, and just
Oh
starts
boy.
sniffing it. And it's like fragrant. Bites down.
Taking the rest away.
Oh, what? I had more.
You will. Come on, spill.
Well, he didn't
Please.
have flowers, if that's what you want to know.
That sucks.
But he was in this, like, it was almost like a blanket, but it was stiff and you could see through parts of it. And, he didn't look very happy. No.
But it was Ansel.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
the friend that travels with us. The one that always has, like, the paper smell.
Sure. Yeah, that checks out. Mm-hmm.
There were other people, too. A lot of sweat smell guys that were in that part of it. But if you want to get to the camp, there's, of course, flying over, which is the easiest way. But there's like a small river that goes down to the beach. And you could probably go up that way. It brings you into the main part, but not the tall part. And then you hear a yawn from Perry.
Please take your time.
Well, he wanted to know the other part, so you could go
Hey,
up that
I'm
way.
kidding. Sarcasm. Please, yeah. Okay.
You could climb the walls of the second part, but you could also, there's like a little walk in, but there's not really a lot of areas to get to the second part of the camp that's tall. The easiest part to get there would be flying.
I will take that into consideration. Thanks. How tall is like the wall like taller than me
Yeah.
by a lot? Is it taller than a knock by a lot? What going on? Sorry.
Uh, you be able to. Uh, you're likely able to estimate that both sets of gates, the one that's surrounding the main camp and the one that would be at the base of that second portion, um, are probably the same size, and they're standard gate size, probably about like 8 feet.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, so not terribly tall.
not
Okay.
too tall.
Uh, lots of
Can
people not in blankets, stiff
Yeah,
blankets around the other people. Okay.
yeah, they were just kind of walking, and they had like those clubs and sticks and things that hurt.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Neat. See any other bats?
No, I didn't see other bats. I did
Any other
see
like?
I did see some yummy looking insects.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't try them
Cool.
though.
Well, you're in luck. We're gonna go see them again.
And
Um.
Perry's interest is perked.
Okay. Great. Yeah. As long as we, don't die on the way in. She'll kind of mutter to herself, and then give him the rest of the berries. Here, have some more. Andy will share that information. Like, so we might want to go up from the beach.
and
At least
then
this group sneak. The
right.
Ruckus folks, whatever
And
floats boat.
do we want to also wait for the night so people can be asleep? Not all of them, obviously, but
Andy's like, I like sleep. I'd rather be
not
sleeping.
you. The camp
Roll
people.
roll for me an insight check.
Come on.
Nice.
Anyone is welcome to roll this insight check, by the way.
I'd love to. I was almost a nat 20.
Andy, Freesta, Ray. Well, nighttime would be great for a cover of darkness, and that more people would be perhaps resting. In an area that is still wilderness mainly. Nighttime is probably also when most everyone sort of congregates in the camp, so you'd probably have more people than what you just see already.
May I ask a technical question?
Mhm.
Spell enhance ability. If you cast it at a higher level, you can target one additional creature. However, does it have to be same um, uh, ability? As in,
Typically,
can I do? Oh, okay. So it's not like I can do dexterity on one and do charisma on the other.
let me read the spell specifically, but typically, if it's just allowing you to target another creature,
It's got to be the same thing.
it would be the same thing.
But you are a very generous and gracious game master.
Great today, babe.
Yeah, no, not when it comes to things like spells. Choose one of the following effects, and the target gains the effect until the spell ends. So, yes, it would only be one.
Okay. All right. So, does stealthy people go first, and then we wait 10 minutes, and then we approach, or do we go at the same time?
Uh, Either. I don't care. Andy has no opinion.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go ahead and make myself look like Good Thumb. I'm gonna have a covered in blood. I'm gonna also make it so I have a bandage wrapped around my throat with the little blood on there, and I'm going to cast on myself Eagle Splendor, which gives me advantage on charisma checks. It is a concentration spell up to an hour. Hopefully, I don't lose concentration.
Okay.
All right.
We're ready. Whenever Freesta and Ray are ready, I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Born ready.
Born.
I let Ray and Freesta go first. No, I go ahead of them and kind of pretend that I'm dragging them behind me. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah, if we're tied up, and we'll just pretend to
Yeah.
be very upset about the whole ordeal.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Let's get some performance checks.
Oh, great.
Have fun.
Okay.
Hey. Okay.
Hala.
Twinsies.
Yeah, that figures.
Uh-huh.
Twinsies?
You got twinsies.
Oh, that's not good
Twinning.
for twinsies. Step up your games. Come on.
Hey, you step up your game. You're not twinning.
Well, I'm doing better than twinning. I'm winning.
Oh,
So
twinning is
got
winning.
him. Got him.
We love twinning.
So, uh, describe to me what everything looks like as you guys are trying to make it right into this camp.
Gothak. No, not Gothak. Good Thumb. I'm sorry, what was Gotham's race again?
I believe Gutham was either half orc or half ogre. Un momento.
Okay.
I think it was orc.
if he was half orc, half ogre.
He could
Yeah.
be half orc, half ogre.
Okay. So I lumber.
Um,
Limpingly lumber.
all right. Oh, I don't think I actually wrote down. We'll just say that he's yeah. Why don't we go with the half orc, half ogre? Why not?
Why not?
So I limpingly lumber, like holding the ropes in my hand and approach the front camp, kind of almost like drooling. And I grunt.
One of the guards nearby. I thought she was ugly before.
Grrr.
Oh my god.
Hey! And the guy kind of steps up, squaring his shoulders, chest, sort of. Just because you think you're big, you know, you get sent out for all these group things. Look, I'll square up with you right here. I could take you on while you look like that. Could take you on
Alright.
anyway.
I kind of point at all the blood and the wounds that I've put on myself. Grrr.
Yeah, you think you're big and scared because you're all wounded up. It makes you weak. Continue growling at me, and I'll show you where you belong.
Oh my god.
And I just kind of grunt and I just pull the rope. a little bit, tug the rope a little bit, and try to get past him.
Give me a athletics or an acrobatics check here.
Yes! 4!
God. I'm gonna die.
As you try and move past, this guy kind of hands pushes you back on the shoulders. Hey, I didn't say you could get in there. Turns over to the other guard that's nearby. Well, Good Thumb's finally unable to use his words. He's got the proper amount of brains that we all thought he was. I'm gonna need to get on that bet later.
I did not get captured to listen to you guys argue. Can we get on with it, please? Chop chop.
Hey, you quiet down back there. We'll get you soon enough.
What's the hold up?
Hold up here is there's a big lumbering idiot.
Oh, is there a mirror roundabout? I didn't realize you could look in one.
You hear the unsheathing of a dagger.
Oh,
And
jeez.
as he takes it and points it directly at you, Freesta. As I said, we'll get to you in a moment. Keep your
Wait,
tongue
wait.
close, or you're gonna lose it.
How long's a moment?
Yes, that's a good question, actually. Are we talking like a short moment? Is this like in terms of seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks,
Like-
months, years? I need a little bit more information or I'm going to get really scared.
The
And you know
other
what?
the other guard, who's kind of been quiet, seems to not really be this very aggressive figure like the other. Well, if we're talking in technicalities, the moment is about a minute and a half.
Really?
Yeah, about 90 seconds counts as a technical term for a moment.
Oh, I did not know that. That's actually you learn something new every day, always in the places you least expect it. Anyways,
Time to
Chris is
count
gonna start
down.
counting down from yeah.
Oh no.
There is a sort of twitch in the brow of the more aggressive figure, hearing like the background counting, but he does turn his attention back to you, Tala, as you look as Good Thumb. All right, give you one chance here. Ask nicely, and maybe I'll let you in with your prisoners.
I do a big sigh, and I, mm, mm,
Words, Good Thumb. I know you understand them, but can you speak them?
and with my free hand, I reach up to my throat, bandaged throat, and I go, "Will you please let us in?"
Oh, you even said the word please. Roll another performance check, please.
Oh my god, oh my god.
12 isn't bad. That's pretty good for me.
Well, I did just say oh no, because you have your enhanced ability. That's correct. So get in there quick about it. If I hear anything out of your two prisoners there, you're gonna lose one.
I go around you, and I walk in.
So now that
Looking around. Go ahead.
now that you made it in, Tala, you had only seen about 5 figures beforehand. You see now that there's a bit more, closer to the ones that, Freesta had spotted, and there's even some more than that, Freesta, you hadn't even seen because of the way that the gate blocked your view. But it's not much more than the 10 that you had spotted, that are down here. it seems, again, a lot of the crew is gone elsewhere for the day. And you would see the sort of gate around the central area that rises above. But before we continue on with the group that has entered in to create a ruckus, we will see our sneaky group with Andy and Renan, and Perry, of course.
Mhm.
But we will see that story when we return from our ad breaks. So, stick around with us. We will be right back to continue along. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. Ads are a huge part of how we keep our games affordable here with Wildewitch RP. You can also always make a direct donation to my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen. Ko-fi donations not only help support your GM and their much-needed caffeine, they also unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who plays with us for the next month. These perks include double treasure, double XP, special companions, and even new quests. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Alrighty. As we return back, Team Ruckus has just made their way through the guard and the gate, leaving Andy and Renan as Team Sneak. And what is it that the two of you are going to do?
Try and get as close to the little bay that Perry pointed out that will follow the river up from. As far to that or along that as possible before there's like people, and then I'll turn us invisible.
Okay, yeah, it's easy enough to get over into that area.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to have so much of a guard area, at least not on the beach
Okay.
itself.
Mhm.
But again, there is like an open expanse that can be spotted if you aren't careful. So probably we want to turn yourself
Yeah.
invisible sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Okay. We'll do that as soon as like it's even a chance of being seen.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll just go to Unan, sorry, and say, I'm just gonna turn us invisible. Hopefully, it gets us through the all this.
I have trust in you. Not led me astray so far, you and your friends.
Great. Excellent. And I'm gonna kind of nudge Perry and go, sorry, pal, but a floating bat might draw suspicion. You're gonna have to fly over us or something.
Well, maybe I can go find those tasty insects.
Yeah, sure. As long as you stay around, that would be nice. You know.
Oh, I won't fly off. I'm kind of tired. Maybe after I get something to eat, I'll come back for a nap.
Yeah, we'll probably be discovered and caught by then, so yeah, that sounds good.
Or maybe you'll get your own blanket.
Right. I'm so excited to learn about what these weird blankets are.
I would say if you want, because of your telepathic connection, with your familiar, if you want to peer closer into what he means and get a visual, he's talking about the cage.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna refer to it as to a stiff blanket because that's far more ominous. um,
It's amazing to think of like how an animal might explain something.
yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Perry. I love having your perspective on things. It's very fresh and yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll give that to Anon as well. It's a cage. They're in cages. It's great.
It makes sense to have a prisoner in a cage,
Yep.
but let us do not wish to waste this invisibility.
Yes.
Be quick, yes?
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
So, I'm going to ask, it's easy enough to, move without being seen, but you are having to traverse a fairly difficult incline, and while still being sort of stealthy. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this a compound, roll for you and Renan.
Good.
We're first going to do athletics, and the result of your athletics will help determine the DC of your stealth roll, um, which you will be able to roll with advantage because of your invisibility.
That's it. That's 6. Athletics.
Great.
Swine rock.
Renan's not much better.
Good. I'm so glad.
All right, so this means that you're not getting up there with as much ease. It is again, you're dealing with a runoff of the river. It's an incline. So roll for me your stealth roll. You have
Okay,
advantage.
advantage, you said, yeah?
Yeah, because of invincibility.
Yeah.
But you are making some noise.
Oh, God, that's a 13.
All right, let's see how Renan does. Ooh, she's not rolling good at all. As you are making your way up, well, you are not seen. It seems that you've been heard. As you have a few figures, which the other group inside can see walking over to a portion of the camp. But you see from your visual, Andy, where they are approaching you and where you assume Renan to be, as you had heard her kind of clambering up as well.
I can't do crap.
The only thing that I can
Uh,
do will be aggressive.
Trying to be stealthy. I want to. It's so. Wait. How
So
far away are these figures? Like, if we whisper, are we being heard?
probably not. They're not close
Okay.
enough to you yet. They're in your way, or coming your direction. You could try and run. It'll be another stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're coming to where they heard a commotion in the water. Like there was splashing, some squishing of the mud.
Yeah. How many are there?
Only 2 are coming this direction right now.
Oh gosh, so many options. All right, I'll whisper to Anak and I'll see what she thinks. I'm like, okay, few options. I could try and charm them. I could try and make a silent image of like a deer or like some fish or something, but that requires me to drop invisibility. What do you think?
If we can get to a hiding place, we can do something. Yes.
Okay, here's a DM question because I've never done this.
Uh-huh.
If we'd move somewhere and I do a silent image.
Uh-huh.
Okay, wait, but they'd see that pop into existence. Never mind. Uh, are they clearly visible to the rest of the camp?
Yes. Well, not to like the full rest of the camp, but a portion of the camp, yes.
Okay, sorry, did Renan say her opinions?
She said that she said that that would be a fine thing as long as you guys can get to a hiding place first. She doesn't mind being uninvisible.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there somewhere where we can try and hide?
Yeah,
Locally?
there's like shacks and buildings that have been built up for this camp that you could get to.
Okay. Try and go for that, and then as soon as we're out of line of sight, I'm gonna cast a minor illusion of some like fish.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check to see how good you are at getting out of sight.
With advantage?
You're still invisible right now, yeah.
Okay, just checking. That's better.
Okay.
18.
Let's see if Renan does better.
Oh, Lord.
She does do better. She gets double digits
Good
this
job.
time.
Oh, great.
So as you guys hunker down, you drop the invisibility as you bring up this silent image, and you said it was a fish you were going for?
Yeah, a few fish, like maybe some larger trout.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try and make it so that they can't ever touch it. Like I'm gonna try and have them move away down the stream,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Totally. What I want you to do then is roll for me a persuasion check.
Oh, okay. That's a 19.
Okay. As you're doing this, and creating it, you see one of the two figures that comes by, she takes her hand and, like, just backhands the other, like, right in the chest. You, you don't, they're just fish! Ah, damn, I mean, I thought I heard something. Yeah, you always think you're hearing something. And then they go back, and you can hear her mutter, "Next time I'm put on guard duty with you, I'm just leaving."
Mm-hmm.
And do you do anything else now that you have made your way in, seemingly without being caught?
I'm gonna look at Renan and say that was close. I can do invisibility again, and I suggest that we take it.
It's your spells. I am with whatever you think is best.
Okay. I'm gonna do that when you start going again.
Alright. So, as you begin to move, heading towards that sort of central area that rises above that second part of the camp, we're going to turn back to our Team Ruckus. You are in the camp. What do you do?
I see a lot of people from where we are to where the prison is. How far is it? Is there a lot of people in the way? Can I get there?
It's a distance. It's about maybe 70 or so feet roughly from the like gates that you can see between the buildings, from where you currently are. Uh, you would notice that it's not so much a prison, but just a separate part of the camp that happens to have a cage in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems that the buildings in that portion of the camp, the tents and the shacks and everything like that, are better built, a little bit more sturdy. Perhaps that is where the higher ups of the gang take their residence.
Well, I'm gonna try to avoid that if possible, but if I can't, I'm gonna try to get to the cell.
Well, the cell is in that area.
I would like for you to move those people away from the cell.
God mod.
What do I roll? Persuasion?
Oh,
Ridian, you're
Damn it.
precious.
I I try to I try to go towards the prison. The cell. How many guards are around the cell?
you don't know, because you have to get there first. It's
Okay.
getting into the second area of the camp, which, again, you are
Okay.
70 feet from the gate into that second area.
Okay. Okay.
There are about 12 figures total that are down in this main camp area that you can see, including the ones that you passed by already.
Okay.
But that's just down in this main area. There could be more in the
Okay.
other portion.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll try to get there.
as you are making your way to the next area, what are Frista and Ray doing?
Following along.
Yeah.
Being captured and all, I don't want to throw attention to myself as doing anything else other than looking really sad about the whole ordeal.
Really sad.
Roll
Yes,
performance.
cool.
Should we both roll or?
Oh, that's a
Yes,
2.
please.
I look really happy about the whole ordeal.
Well, Ray got a natural 20, so it might save your ass.
Thank you.
Yeah, so about winning.
So
Damn it.
you're able to kind of throw off this idea that you are captured. You're not quite enjoying your existence. You might be a little off in certain areas. People give a look to Freesta, who seems perhaps a little bit maybe eager about the circumstance, but they don't question it. But as you are coming to the area, there is a figure at the different to the gate that surrounds the main camp, where there aren't really doors, they're just open areas where people can pass in and out of. This one does have like a sort of latched door around the higher up areas, and there's a figure that's whittling at the door on a stool. She looks up as you approach, and good to see you, good thumb. What you got there?
I have prisoner. Yeah, prisoners. Lock them up.
All right. Have you checked them anything for interest?
Yeah.
Cool. What do they got?
My.
Look, if they've got anything of interest, you can't be keeping it to yourself. Bolshevik ain't gonna like that. So you can either tell that to me here, show me what they got, or I can go through them myself to make sure you aren't hiding nothing. And as she says that, she takes the whittling knife and like uses it to emphasize her words.
Fudge.
Can I try and, like, sleight of hand give Tala my ring of message so she has something to show?
Go ahead, give me a sleight of hand check. You know how well
Oh,
that
this
went
can be
last time.
bad.
Yeah, I was just about to
17.
say.
Okay.
Oh.
So 17's pretty good. You're able to pass that off quite well.
Yeah. I toss them the ring. Is that how many guards are right there?
It's just her.
Immediately.
It's just
Just
her
her,
right
okay.
there.
Cat. Spell question.
Mhm.
It's not a concentration spell. Can I perhaps if a charm person, if it fails, if they save the saving throw, well, no, I have to actually say it out loud, so it's gonna be okay. Never mind. Disregard, please.
Yeah, verbal somatic, she'd know you're casting a spell.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and them the ring. Toss them the ring gently, so they can catch it easily.
Gently.
So she'll catch the ring. One ring on 2 prisoners. That's all you found?
Okay. Another technical. No, go ahead.
Good thumb. I wonder why they keep you around.
If the ring isn't that important, I'd like to have it back, please.
Oh, the prisoner's got a tongue on her. No, I think we'll be keeping this ring. But it's just a bit disappointing. You both look fairly capable. And she looks up and down each of you. And especially on you, Freesta. Those shoes look mighty nice.
However, I get to revisit it, figure out what new.
You get
Oh,
close to them, and I will kick you in the shins. My hands are tied up, but my legs are not.
You see this sort of, it's almost feral smile. Is that a promise, sweetheart?
I want to find out.
She'll, put down what she was whittling. She keeps the blade in hand. And you see that she'll take the ring and pocket it as well. And she comes over to, like, she very much confidently stalks over. And, what do you do, Priesta, as she's making her way towards you?
Oh, well, I do nothing. I'm just a prisoner, with the hands tied up, really scared and stuff.
That
So I
sounds
just
like
sort of-
bullshit with a 2 performance.
Listen, I'm playing into it.
So,
Method acting.
as soon as she closes distance with you, can you give me a athletics or an acrobatics check?
Oh. Ooh, 19.
19. That's very good.
Better than the performance.
Down. Okay.
However, a 19 does not beat her 22 as she shoves you down
Ah,
and she's going for the boots.
it should have been twinning.
I'm going to kick her in the family jewels. Right in the groin.
Alright, give me a unarmed attack, please.
We're going for it.
You are technically prone, so this is disadvantage.
Oh, great, because my 12 wasn't bad enough. I'll go for the 12.
A 12 is enough to hit her. You hear that grunt. How much damage do you do?
0.
Great. So
Can
she...
I crimson right my boots?
maybe. When it comes to your turn.
Oh.
As you kick her, she does grunt, but it's not enough to set her aside, have her stagger or anything. But you do see this again gleam in her eyes. It's manic, and that feral smile comes back. Now that's what I'm talking about. And we are going to roll initiative at the start of our next session.
Damn it!
Great.
What?
Cliffhanger again.
No!
What?
Ray, you will find out that almost all of my episodes are cliffhangers.
Can't
This is
find anything
true.
else but cliffhangers. Come on.
Cliffhangers are the reason why you'll come back.
They're very effective.
They are very effective tools. When we come back to our story, we will be rolling initiative for our group. We'll have our stealth group continuing stealthing along, and we'll see if you guys can save Ensel. But before we head out here, I just want to say thank you to my players for playing. Thank you to all of our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys all enjoyed the story. You can find us and check more about what we do at wildewitch.com. That is our website. WILDEWITCH.com. If you want to keep up on all of our announcements as well as jump in a game yourself, please join us in our Discord. We'd love to see you there. And of course, as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.